Well, hello and good morning to my Dolly fam. Welcome to my channel and welcome if you're new. My name is Courtneyrolph and I come on here to make reborn videos of reborn baby dolls. Yes, these are dolls. So if you are not a doll collector, please click out of my channel because you will not be interested. But if you are, continue on watching and we will see what we do from here. So you guys, today, I have Miss Charlotte here. She's one of my favorite stuffed animals. I went into a store near me and it was called Sparks Toys. And we went in and Miss Charlotte was eyeing me out and I was eyeing her out. And she was so adorable and she's so soft. I love stuffed animals too, guys. Charlotte is made from paper, recycled used paper, it says on her tag. And so I thought that was very, very sweet. She's very soft and I love her and I pet her. So this is my pet pig, Charlotte. And no, I'm not calling my friend Charlotte a pig. But don't worry. I just like the name, it suited her. Okay, so on YouTube, there's this thing going around called Tell Us About Your Dolls. And Leisha from Blankeys and Blankets, Tamara from Once Upon a Nursery, and Lisa's Littles, they're doing it and I wanted to tag along because I want you guys to get to know me. I don't really like to share where I live per se on the internet, or I don't like to share my family's names. So I will continue to say mom and dad, brother, so that you guys don't know and they want it private, so I'm going to respect that. But let's begin. So the first question was, what is your favorite season? Well, my favorite season is fall and winter. First reason, I love the atmosphere of the fall where you can light candles, you can have a cup of tea, you can have a cup of coffee, you can get your cozies on, you can have a fire, like a lit fire, and you can just go around the fireplace and sing camp songs and have marshmallows, even though you can do that in the summertime. And then I love all the changing colors of the trees, like how they turn yellow and they turn red, and it's just a happy time. Winter, because obviously everybody knows it's my birthday on Christmas Eve, and I love the Christmas holidays because you get to not to worry about your weight, you get to not to worry about how much you eat. You can just chill. Everybody's jolly. Well, not everybody, but most people are jolly and happy and excited. Number 2, what is my favorite holiday? I like Christmas. Again, it's my birthday. Again, it's the holidays. It's really fun and exciting. And you get to spend time with your family and friends or the people that you care about. And you get to just be yourself and the traditional. I'm a traditionist, so I like everything to be traditional. And we have that every year, actually, to be quite honest. And I also like Easter. Easter is a very good time of year because you get the yummy chocolates. I can't help it. I love the yummy chocolates. So yeah. That's my favorite holiday. What is your go-to outfit? This is the second part, by the way. I have to still do the first part, but I'm doing the second part before I forget. For me, it's basically how I feel comfortable in. I don't really care about like how fashionable you are. Like, as long as I'm comfy, that's all that matters to me. I don't like tight showing. I don't like showing my from up here anywhere down below. I like to wear comfy clothing. In the summertime, I will like these type of t-shirts and tank tops and that are covered up. And I like wearing sweatpants and and I like wearing like blankies and blankets. I like to wear pajamas on my days off. And I like to be cozy and comfortable. What did you, number 4 is, I think number 4 was, what was number 4? Oh, number 4 was amusement park, like games or rides. Okay. I would probably, if I was in an amusement park, I would probably prefer the games, playing the games, because I hate roller coasters. I honestly do. I am terrified of them. When I was like in my teens, I had a dream that I fell through a roller coaster, and ever since then, I've been terrified of them. I do not want to go on them because you never know, they'll fall apart, and I know most of them are pretty safe, but I feel like you would fall apart in a heartbeat. So I remember going to Disneyland when I was a kid, and I remember my uncle was getting tired of me not going on rides, so he kind of forced me to go on a ride, and I thought that was kind of scary. But I did it, and I stepped up to the plate, and I was happy for doing it. That was number 4. Number 5, what did you want to be when you grew up? There are a couple of things. I never really decided what I wanted to be when I grew up. I know for a fact I wanted to be a lawyer, because as a lawyer you get really good money, and you also get you get to wear dress up at fancy outfits, and I really liked that. I had a period where I wanted to be a lawyer, and I really liked how, like, sometimes I would watch CSI Miami and sometimes I wouldn't, because sometimes they could be really gruesome. So not really into like the whole gruesome when I was younger. Then at one point I wanted to be an archaeologist, and the archaeologist was when I was like more of a teen. I wanted to be an archaeologist for a while and learn about the history of things, because I remember I used to watch The Mummy, and I was obsessed with Rick O'Connell, aka Brendan Fraser, and like the structure of The Mummy and stuff like that. What, number 6 is your favorite meal of the day? And for me, it is breakfast. I have been loving breakfast, and I love how you wake up, you can have a cup of coffee, and then you start your day with having, like, I don't know, pancakes and some toast and some coffee, and you can have lunch. Is okay, because lunch you can still do. Dinner I'm not so big on. I don't like cooking dinner, and because I'm tired at the end of the day, and the last thing I want to do is do a big meal. I'd rather do that all during lunch or during breakfast or lunch. My favorite dish. Okay. My favorite dish for the fall would be a roast beef Yorkshire pudding and some roasted vegetables. I think that's an amazing meal in itself. I know there's vegans out there, and I apologize to the vegans, but I think that's one of my favorite meals of all times, is having a roast beef, because it's delicious, and it's home cooked, and somebody's prepared it, and it takes all the time in the world. For the summertime, my mom, she makes this beautiful pasta dish, and the pasta dish is really yummy. It's shrimp pasta. It's like a cold pasta, then she makes a beautiful white sauce, and then she puts shrimp inside, and it's like cold. It's not, and I think she uses egg noodles. It's really delicious. My mom loves to cook, so. Favorite drink for hot blankies and blankets, it is coffee. It is absolutely coffee. I'm trying to find the perfect cup of coffee. I like any coffee, except if I drink too much of the coffee, it makes me anxious, and it makes my heart race. So after 2 o'clock, I have to have decaf coffee, because the decaf will end up being kind of gross. Like, you know, like I can't have regular coffee after a certain amount of time because I get too jabbery, chatty, and my heart will sometimes race. Like there's one time I remember my husband and I, we were having coffee at like 7 o'clock, and I remember like my heart was like, all of a sudden I was like panicking because of my heart was like racing, and I wanted to go walk the beach because we have a beautiful beach down where we live, and I wanted to go walk the beach because that's how my hyper I was. But cold, again, it's Pepsi. I love Coke Zero or Pepsi, or iced coffee, like a latte or something. I do like those. My favorite go-to movie. My #1 favorite movie of all times is, I can't believe Blankeys and Blankets also likes this movie, is Twister. I have seen that movie so many times, and I absolutely know it all off by heart. And it's just an amazing movie. And they're making a sequel. And I don't know how I feel about that. But whenever there is a storm, or like a thunderstorm, or like a, you know, like a little bit of a rumbly tumbly, I put on Twister. And Twister is amazing. Like, I just love the scene. I don't want to spoil anything, but I am going to say, crying out loud, it did it again. It did it again. You guys saw that. Damn, I'm going to have to get my cross on, I think. My apologies for swearing. Anyways, so, Twister, there's a scene that you guys have to see. It's like so cool. Like, I'll explain one scene and then I'm gonna keep my mouth shut for the rest of it because you guys have to see the movie. It is fantastic. It's a 1992 movie. No, 1995 movie. Yes, 1995 movie. It came out in 1995. So they're chasing this F2. These are the names of the tornadoes. I was obsessed with like storm chasing, and I know all the tornado names. The F2, it was an F2, and the F2 or F3, one or the others. They were riding, and they were trying to chase it, and so what I did was, and so they're in this old-fashioned Volkswagen, and he has like a little radio on the top. Blankeys and Blankets will know exactly what the scene this is. And they have the song William Tell on the background going, it was so cool. And that's my favorite thing. It has like a rock and roll kind of vibe. But I love Twister. Twister was one of my favorite movies of all time and still is from this day. I don't know how I feel about the Twisters because it won't have Bill Paxton in it and it won't have Helen Hunt, I don't think, but I think my mom thinks that she's going to do a cameo. And the other go-to movie that I absolutely love is The Three Ninjas. It's a 90s movie. I don't know how many people would know this movie, but there's certain people that know it and there's certain people that don't know it. But it is about three heart-throbbing boys. And they are trained to be ninjas at their grandpa's cabin. It's kind of like The Karate Kid. That's another classic. And they go into fighting mode, and and they all have different colors, like, and different names. So Samuel is the oldest brother, or the eldest brother, and he goes by Rocky. And there's a famous saying, because the girl's name is Emily, so there's a famous saying, Rocky loves Emily, Rocky loves Emily. Like, everybody knows that one. Well, most everybody does. And then there's a badass boy, which is my favorite. I like that. His color is my favorite color, actually. It's the teal blue. And the teal blue... A royal blue, sorry. No, not teal blue. A royal blue. like the color of a pen, is a royal blue. So I like a royal blue, and he wears blue, the royal blue, and his name is Colt. His actual real name is Jeffrey, but he goes by Colt. And the grandpas give the name. And then there's the third boy who likes foodie. He's a foodie, and he likes candy. So he ends up becoming Tum Tum, and his color is yellow. So basically, it's a great movie. There's sequels, prequels for them all, so I suggest you check them out. They're all on YouTube. It's called The Three Ninjas. Ninjas, number 3. Okay, what's the second question? Oh, and I did like The Conjuring. I sucked it up and I watched The Conjuring, and I did like it because I also watch on YouTube Sam and Colby, and I also watch the Paranormal Twins, and they go to the actual Conjuring house and they actually do paranormal investigating. I love those type of so that was number 10. My favorite dessert, I forgot about that. That was number 8. My favorite dessert is cheesecake. That's my neighbors. So if you hear that in the background, that's my neighbors. So I apologize about that. That is my neighbors. I absolutely love cheesecake. Chocolate cheesecake is my favorite. But New York is classic, and it's easy, and it's fun to bake. So any goodies, any baking goodies, I love. Did I move around when I was a lot? I think I did. Like, I felt like my mom and dad, they couldn't find the right house. I feel like they were young and they needed to, like, I lived in a small town growing up. So they wanted a safe environment for me and my brother, and they wanted like us to go to school or do something and be like productive and get out, so that they knew that at least it's still a safe environment area for me to live, so that I can go out and make friends. They didn't have to worry about me too much. And yeah, so I think I did move a lot, but until recently when I was 21, I think 21, I ended up finding the right home, and they've lived in the same home for like since I was 21. So I think the house that they're in is fantastic. So there you go. There's all my answers. So I hope you enjoyed. I tag you again. Same thing with Blankeys and Blankets. I tag you. But I hope you guys have a great day. I'm going to do a shout out to all my friends, all my Dolly friends today, so I don't miss anybody. But I got to get ready for work and get ready to go out because I'm going to go and make some stops. So I will talk to you guys in a little bit. From my heart to yours, I hope you guys have a great day. Stay safe, live a little, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye!